This is the Newsload.
Hi, Aaron.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm in a hotel.
You're in a hotel. Which hotel?
In Hamilton.
Hammertown? You're just up the street.
Yeah, you're in London.
Yeah. Oh my God. I thought you were in New York or something. That's why you're in a sweatshirt. I was all like, aren't you like hot in this 23 degrees?
No, it's chilly here.
How are you adjusting as a Canadian to the Fahrenheit lifestyle? Have you adjusted? Have you learned?
Yeah, I can't even think Celsius anymore. Celsius throws me off.
So when I said 23, you were like, what? What? It's cold?
Yeah. 23 would be probably 69 or 70 or something. Am I close?
Oh, you dirty dog. It's always 69 with you, isn't it?
No, but that's what I was thinking. Is it 69 or 70? What's 23 degrees?
I don't know. Don't make me do math.
You should know. You're Canadian.
But that's the thing. I'm very strict about the metric system. Everywhere else uses Celsius and stuff. So why must I give in to the Yanks? Why? Why have you given in to the Yanks? The money?
They don't like the Yanks here. I was at the breakfast buffet and someone working here said, go back to the US.
That's not very polite or hospitable.
I don't think Canadians like America.
Well, the politics, the drama, the school shootings, the health issues.
What are Canada's problems?
Uh, what are they? Well, we're trying to privatize healthcare.
Taxes are too high.
True. Real estate is redonkulous.
Real estate's redonkulous. Immigration, too many immigrants coming in. That's why prices are going up. There's overpopulation.
Is it too many immigrants, or like I hear that we have a birth control issue, like we're not making babies, so we're bringing.
I talked to a guy today from Nigeria. He's been here 5 years, and he was like, "There's too many immigrants coming in," and he was an immigrant. But immigrants tend to think that. I'm an immigrant to the United States, and I was like, "That's enough. That's it. Tap out. No more. Just me." That's why immigrants get weird. The indigenous problems in this country, I think, are still pretty bad.
Oh yeah, there's missing girls every day. It's and the human trafficking is obviously an issue. I hear London is actually the middle ground between Toronto and the border. There's a lot of human trafficking that goes through London, which is very depressing. But can we talk about funny stuff, Aaron?
I thought this was hilarious. What? What's funny? I remember you from what, 20? I've been doing stand-up 22 years. You were around near the beginning, right?
Yeah, I was a Humber College student with you.
You used to dance on stage.
I used to do a lot of stuff. I used to try and do rapping on my headstands. That was dumb. I was experimenting, I was 19 with no idea what a punchline was. So give me a break.
And what happened after that?
I got married.
And then?
And now I'm trying to get back into comedy and having fun and stuff.
Why do you have a blue screen?
It's fun to be green and blue, and well, we're with Newsload, right? So local news, local comics, local entertainment.
It's called Newsload.
Yeah. And okay. You being a dancer, studying your life. I'd love to just jump right into proper etiquette for pleasuring yourself in front of two men for money.
Yeah, let's hear about it.
Well, I'd like to quote it. We all go through phases when we believe ourselves to be martyrs and above all laws of logic. Maybe you're going through a time when you're especially muscular and you must just moved out of your parents' house into a cockroach-infested apartment, and you got from a friend of yours named Sergio, a male dancer at the strip club where you work. Maybe the year is 1994 and you feel like you need some extra money to help pay your $800 rate. $800, that actually is quite a lot of money for 94.
94, yeah, that's a lot of money.
Yeah, like my rent right now is $600 in London, but it's
no, it's not.
Yes, it is, but it's got ants. I have ants.
Gross.
Well, you just rate them and walk on. Maybe
You're reading from my first book, Mr. Manners, Proper Etiquette for the Modern Degenerate.
I've
And you're
never.
reading a story, which was a famous story that I ended up doing on Comedy Central.
Yeah, you did it at the this is not happening.
Yeah,
Yeah,
in Los Angeles with Ari Shafir. That story was such a great story. And I don't know how much you can say on this show, but that was
you
from a
can say
time
everything. You can say everything.
when I was a male stripper and I got paid to jack off in front of a dude for $150. And I had another dude with me. And it's an infamous story. And the guy with me, his name was Hot Chocolate. He's dead now. He died of a steroid related heart attack years ago. And wasn't really a good guy. And it goes into all the depth of what it was like back then. That was 90. No, must have been 90. Was it 94? I guess it was 94. So it's a different lifetime ago. Toronto was so different. It was so weird. It was a different Canada back then. It was a badass city, badass time to be growing up.
So how did
So
you survive? What were your secrets?
back then, work out a lot. I think I used to smoke a lot of weed. Date strippers. These were all keys to happiness back then.
And now?
I would not. I have a very nice life and a nice wife and a nice daughter. I would not date a stripper. However, I have thought about going to a strip club. I'll go in the daytime sometimes. I go to Niagara Falls when I'm there. I go to the Sundowner, which is a famous strip club. And I'll go in the daytime because it's not busy. And, as a comic, I have to do shows at night. So I was like, I'll go in the daytime. And my wife has a rule. My wife's rule is no pussy in the face. That's her rule. So I think if I could, stretch the boundaries of her limitations, I could go into a strip club, wear some Depends, and just get a lap dance until I nutted.
I wish I was a guy sometimes just to be able to have, that freedom. I guess I could
You
not.
could be a guy. Why don't you do the surgery?
Yeah, I've been told it numbs and dullens the sensation, and that's even worse than not having a penis with envy. So
Oh,
I just get a strap on and rock out.
with your husband.
I'm not married
You said you were married.
anymore.
Oh, what do you do with the strap on?
Play helicopter.
Just by yourself, just swinging around, sing songs, dance to the chicken dance with your strap on. That seems like something you would do on stage actually several years ago.
I should do.
Na, 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 with the strap on. That I guarantee you, I bet you thought about doing that back then.
I have now.
Yeah.
Can we talk about your movie experiences, the Boondock Saints?
Yeah, Boondock Saints 2 I was in. That was a cult classic. I was in Detroit Rock City. That was a cult classic. I was in The Ladies' Man for a line. That was a bomb. I've done some bad movies and some good movies. Boondock Saints 2 was really fun. I
Yeah.
auditioned for that like 5 or 6 times, and they kept looking at me for different parts. And I was finally like, what the hell? And then I got the part of Jojo Rama. I did 4 days of that, and that was really fun. Movies are great. I did a movie with Melissa McCarthy. Two, actually. I got a new one coming out with Melissa McCarthy, but I did one with her years ago called The Kitchen, which came out right after the Me Too period in Hollywood. So Hollywood was greenlighting all these like strong woman movies, not knowing that they were all going to do horribly because very few people want to see like action movies with women in them or crime dramas with women as the leads, which is just what it is, I guess. So I did this movie with her. It was called The Kitchen, and it did horribly. I had fans that would go to the movie theater to support, and they'd take a picture. There'd be like 4 people in the movie theater on opening weekend, and that's making those numbers bigger than they really were.
It's like my stand-up audience, 3 people.
That's awful. You do it in London?
Yeah.
What do you do? Go to a bar or a comedy club?
Well, I'm opening a club soon, so it's going to be my audience of 3.
What are you going to call it?
I'm thinking of names. The Carrie's Church sounds fun because it's a renovated church, but I don't know, the Church of Haha. I don't know. I'm Temple of Laughter. I don't know. I'm thinking.
I think just church is a good name.
Yeah.
The church. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe no one will go because they'll think it's just a church.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of, market research that I have to put into it to give it a name kind of thing.
Sure.
It's not going to be anything crunchy like, the granola cafe or anything like that, but
No. And are you going to make it, you're going to be the headliner all the time?
no. I can't bring in that kind
Thank
of crowd.
God, right? Thank God. Jeez. People would not come back. I'm joking. You do that strap-on thing, people would think it was hilarious. You'd get complaints about you. Stand-up's changed a lot. People complain about it now. That people get offended by it.
Yeah. And we definitely are going to have to be considerate, but also aware that your feelings and your triggers are not our fault.
How are you going to be considerate? What's that involve?
Well, we're not going to be super bigots unless it's funny. We're not going to be
super bigotry is really funny.
I,
Being mean is really funny. Being not bigots, but obviously not censoring yourself in terms of what you're saying. I mean, you can make fun of anybody if it comes from the right place,
It's just, like the Black Knight, with Kenny Robinson. I'd love to be able to bring him down.
The Nubian disciples of Pryor.
Yes. I 35 years of genius. I would like to bring that down to London.
Yeah.
You're interrogating me and I'm not interesting. And this is so funny. You're the first person who's always asking me how I'm doing. And I love it. It's so you. But Breakout Kings, such a beautiful show. How was that?
What a great show. So good. I was with that fat Italian guy I forget their names, but he was a really good actor. Breakout Kings was great. I got to make out with some girl. I was what was I? A prison guard.
Yes.
It's pretty cool.
Yes.
Yeah, I like getting those blue collar, working class guy roles. That's what my look is perfect for.
What do you feel about the defunding the police and everything? Are you for it, against it? Do you love the
against it? I'm very against it.
You think as long as there's rules in place and everything that they can do their jobs and the cameras help?
Sure, the cameras are fine. I also think, the conversations about criminals on the street. Big problem in New York right now is bail reform because they put it into place. And then there's so many people out on the streets that need help and shouldn't be out on the streets, should be in places where they're receiving proper care or, when they've committed violent crimes, they should be incarcerated. So that's a big problem and it makes policing harder. And in a city like New York City, these cops are only making like 40 grand a year. It's a really dangerous city. You go to safer places, they're making 2-3 times that. So it's crazy. The NYPD have a really difficult job. I don't follow what's happening in Canada. Sometimes I'll turn on the news and I'll see someone drove a car into something and the RCMP is involved. That always happens for some reason. RCMP loves getting hit by cars or something. I don't follow it. Seem like nice people. I like cops on horses. They seem really cool.
Oh, yeah.
Seem like it'd take them longer to get down off the horse and you could just run off. Remember how many comics used to have jokes about cops on bicycles?
Yes.
Yeah.
Get in the basket.
Get in the basket. Yeah. Brian Hatt used to have it. Yeah. I'm thinking I might become a cop actually in my town.
Really?
Yeah. I think it'll be really fun to do.
Like the sheriff with the big hat and everything?
I wouldn't even be the sheriff. I'd just be like a guy that sits in his car, just yells at people.
Oh, you're probably very good at that.
Yeah. That's so funny how you bring up defund the police after your comedy club. Who's going to watch your comedy club? If violence breaks out, what will you do?
No. I don't want to defund the police. So many people want to, and I love it.
Why?
I love men in uniform. Well, I feel that possibly a lot of opinionated people feel that the violence towards criminals is might a little bit extreme.
Yeah, but, look, we're getting old. As you get older, you get a little more I don't want to say conservative, but you start to worry about different things than you did when you were younger. Like, so if you have a family and there's criminals on the street, you don't want those criminals getting near your family. So you're like, what's the best way to solve this? And
Especially
most people,
the daughter, you must like, is she older than 14 at this point?
she's 38.
30. Oh my God. Holy crap.
Yeah, I had her when I was 12. She's going to be 6.
6. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So she's still a baby. So apparently 14-year-old girls are, like the marketing target of, clothes and music and everything. So at 6 years old, it's Care Bears and unicorns and such, which is sweet. But you're absolutely right. The safety of your daughter in a New York school. Is it a suburban school at least?
We live in Jersey now. No, she goes to a very safe school. Yeah, we moved out of New York. I like to say I left New York and I moved to America. Because New York's not really America. If you've been recently, it's like Narnia is how we describe it.
Yeah.
My friend Andre says it's not even a real place.
It's got to be like almost like an illusion, like it's so surreal. Like that just happened. Somebody having a poop in the street.
Yeah, I do a man on the street show now called Street Famous NYC. And we saw a guy shooting up the other day, just right on like 39th. It's great. It's New York. That's what it's supposed to be. New York's not supposed to be nice. It's supposed to be a gritty shithole.
Yes, that's sort of the.
But downtown London is great too. That's bum haven too, right?
Oh, we're doing very well with the bums. We're getting a tent city right up Thames River. It's
No, you're not.
Yeah.
See, I don't like this. You can't have that.
I know.
I went to Austin. It was like that. LA's like that. It's crazy. I heard this on the news the other day that there was a law I think Biden passed years ago, not when he was president, but it may have been before. It might have been one of the Bushes. And they basically closed down this thing where all these people were going to like mental health centers and stuff. And then they were just like, nah, we don't need to pay for that anymore. So they're just on the streets. It's crazy. Most of these people are just crazy. I saw 2 outside. One guy came up to me. He's like, what's up? And then he just goes, I smoke rock. And then the other guy with him had his papers in a Ziploc bag. He'd just gotten out of whatever jail is right downtown Hamilton. So they let him out on a Saturday, which is nice. I guess it's nice to be out on a Saturday. You think usually they keep you all weekend, but it's good to be out on a Saturday.
So you catching up with your old buddies, Manolis and Pat?
I haven't seen any of them. I haven't seen Manolis. I haven't seen Pat. They have a new guy here, CJ Bishop. He's hosting. I saw him. And that's it. I'm relaxing. And I'm going to go to Lone Star. I like to do that stuff when I come to Canada. There's no Lone Star. So I'm going to Lone Star for fajitas.
Lone Star, isn't that a Texas restaurant?
That's what they say. But I think Canada just made it look that way.
Huh. I like that all the waiters have fun names like Mercedes or, Stallion or Shadow Boxer or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like stripper, but a restaurant.
Yeah, Lone Star's great. The keg is great. You ever fuck with a keg?
I'm more of a Chuck's Roadhouse kind of girl. It's cheaper.
Chuck's Roadhouse.
It's a cheaper steakhouse.
In London?
In London.
Never heard of it.
It's very nice.
What do they charge you? What's a steak go for? $22 and you get all the sides?
Yeah, with a potato and a corn on the cob.
Oh yeah. That's trashy.
It's so good. So good. I'm embarrassed to admit that I'm more trash than I want to be. I love carnival food, deep fried food. I want to go to the fair.
Yeah, the fair's fun. I take my family to the fair all the time.
But it's not, Four Seasons at high tea. You know what I mean?
No, you're not a Horsies and high tea person. You dance around your house with a strap-on on.
It's true.
Yeah.
So who's the most famous person you met that you were like totally starstruck and it was amazing?
This is the worst answer. Paul Schaefer.
Okay.
Remember he used to be on Letterman's show. He was the musical guy.
Okay.
Bald dude. and I was in New York walking outside of Joe's Pub, which is a theater, and I saw Hank Azaria. And then like a minute later, I'm walking and I saw Paul Schaefer, and I walked up to Paul Schaefer and was like, "Hey, I'm Aaron Berg. I'm from Canada too. I'm a comedian from Canada." He's like, "Oh, nice to meet you." I said, "Yeah." "Hey, I'm Aaron," and I already said it. And I have no idea why I got starstruck over Paul Schaefer. It was nobody. I got so, and I've met way more of him.
Maybe it was somebody that you grew up with, and you were like, "I turned into you a little." But
no, I think it's the fact that I'd seen him on TV so much. But I don't know. Like, I hang out with more famous people than Paul Schaefer. But it was just really weird that I got so giddy over it. And I was like, what a tool. And I knew right away I felt like a tool.
But it's the vulnerable late night. You're tucked in bed. You're doing the Letterman. Paul Schaefer is there.
That's true.
It's in your life. It would be like if I ever met, Robert Munch or something like that. I'd be like, oh.
Who's Robert Munch?
He, Mortimer, I Love You Forever, Mortimer, Be Quiet, children's books.
Oh, okay. Well, that's weird. You'd feel the same way meeting an author. I don't even know what Robert Munch looks like.
I don't either. So cool. That's amazing.
Nice.
We're doing a lot of research and asking boys about their health. So how's your health? You're good?
You literally cut out while you said, "How's your health?" and then it froze.
Oh, I'm sorry. How's your health?
It froze again. Take 3.
We are asking guys about their health and such. How are you doing?
What?
Stop it. You're making fun of me now.
How's my health? Good. I had a scare a couple of years ago. I have heart disease, but there's not a lot of blockage, and I'm on medication. My testosterone levels are very good. I feel muscular. I do not suffer from erectile dysfunction, which is good. It's good my penis works. My wife yesterday said, "That's a big dick," as she grabbed it. That was kind of hot. I like that.
I'm happy to hear that your marriage is still hot.
Yeah, it almost ended. We were on a show on Showtime called Couples Therapy, and luckily we got cut out because we were too straight and white, so they didn't want us in the show. They went very trans and very diverse.
You weren't Jerry Springer enough for them?
I've been on Jerry Springer's show, by the way. R.I.P. Jerry Springer, not the old Springer, the one where he's the judge.
Oh, what was that?
It was I was suing my podcast partner at the time because he threw pee in my driveway.
He threw urine in your driveway.
Yeah.
And you didn't just hose it off. You were like, "I need money for this."
What the fuck are you? Are you on Judge Jerry's side now? What the fuck, man? No, we sued for $5,000
because he put pee on your driveway.
What are you not getting here? It's pee. Thank you for agreeing. All right. What else? Let me see. What were we talking about?
Your health.
Oh, my health is great. I feel good. I work out 5 days a week, sometimes 6 when I'm on the road. I feel very strong, and I think I will live to 90.
Perfect. And as he passes out. Oh, Aaron. We're also asking what type of underwear you wear for prostate health.
Boxer briefs.
Any special brand?
Hilfiger, Lacoste, Hanes.
Very cool.
You, what do you fit your strap on into?
Oh, I do the full granny panty. Ideally, it's got flowers on it so that I can feel, feminine while being masculine.
Yeah, that happens a lot.
Because, I need to stay in touch with my sensitives.
Yeah. Do you have cats?
I did. They all died of natural causes.
How many?
I had over my lifespan, I've had about six, and I have a character called the Crazy Cat Lady that I've been working on. And hysterically, I have no cats. So,
Oh, are you a hoarder? Do you keep a lot of stuff around your house?
uh, I have to admit, because I like market research and advertising and promotions, I keep a lot of old posters and, marketing campaigns because I think they're brilliant ideas and I would like to use them for my new club. So I do have boxes and boxes of papers.
You should have like Bravo come to your house or TLC and just be like, I'm a hoarder and a cat lady and see what happens.
And just borrow cats for a week?
Yeah.
Huh. Huh. Do you think that will make me a star, Aaron?
I don't know. I really don't know. I don't think having cats is going to. I think what you need to do is get in some controversy, maybe change the cat lady character, give her a name, call her Bethany or something, make it more personal for people. Are you doing crazy stuff, this cat lady? Does she do crazy stuff?
Well, she says inappropriate things and asks,
such as
old ladies if they have their assholes bleached.
It's not inappropriate.
Yes. I love you so much and I could talk to you all day, but I just have one more request.
Yeah.
First off, how do we stay in touch with you? Do we follow you on Instagram or what are we doing?
Yeah, Instagram at Aaron Berg Comedy. And my show is called Street Famous NYC. It's going to be starting in 2 weeks. It's on YouTube. There's a Patreon page, Street Famous NYC, patreon.com/Street Famous NYC. And my website, aaronberg.com.
Phenomenal. I love and adore you. And as you know, we've known each other for several decades, and I don't think you've ever done anything wrong. And if you could just do one more thing, if you could say it loud and say it proud, I love Newsload. Did you break? Are you frozen? Did I lose you? I'm having internet issues. Oh, man. All right. Okay. Well, on that note, hello?
Yeah. Okay.
Aaron, come on.
I love Newsload.
There we go. All right, honey. Thank you.
I wasn't really frozen. I was acting.
Acting.
Yeah. I'll talk to you later. Thanks for having me.
Bye, Aaron. Have an amazing day.
Bye-bye.
This is the Newsload.